Hey peoples, this is Khadeeja. This video is entitled You Can Heal Yourself Naturally. Let me know your thoughts. Is it a statement that you actually agree with or disagree with? For whatever reason, society has us thinking that we have to be dependent on the pharmaceutical company and pills and medicine to actually put into our bodies to make us, believe that we're healthy and we're safe and all that good jazz. But have you ever stopped and thought about the fact that pharmaceutical companies, they don't get money and have become a $1 trillion industry by you being healthy? So, food for thought, something to think about. One thing I do as far as detoxing, kind of on a regular basis, every morning I get up, I get organic celery, I have organic carrots, apples, I incorporate, I don't have my garlic in front of me, but I will put garlic in it. I have ginger root. You can get it from the grocery store. All you have to do is just peel it. But juicing every day is a natural way of detoxing. People have been doing it for years. You can use it to lose weight. You can use it to purify your blood. Like if you have some skin conditions going on, you have some other ailments going on. Basically, when you're working on your health, basically what you want to do is get the crud out of your body. So you want to kind of get things moving, as far as elimination goes. So juicing helps a lot with that. What I do is, even though this is organic, I still peel mine because I'm going to peel it, I'm going to wash it, I'm going to get all the extra gunk off of it because you don't want that in your body. And I'm just like that. I'm just extra cautious and whatnot. I peel all of my vegetables. I clean and wash them really, really good because there's so much stuff. A lot of y'all are probably familiar with chemtrails and stuff like that, all of the extra chemicals and whatnot that we get from the environment. So I do whatever I can to try to go ahead and alleviate having to ingest all of that extra stuff because it's not good for us. But primarily, like I said, as far as detoxing and healing yourself goes, juicing, I'm gonna run all of this through the juicer. Yes, girls. Sorry, y'all. My kids are kind of. Yes, babies. Keep looking. It didn't walk away. Okay. All right. So. Okay. Ask your brother.
He doesn't have it either. We don't have it either.
Okay. Go do what I asked you to do. Thank you so much. But like I was saying, y'all, juicing is very good for you. It is a great start if you have some different things that are going on with you, or you just want to get a little bit more energy. It is something that you can definitely utilize. Now, don't get alarmed, if you decide to start actually juicing and incorporating that as a means of, taking your health into your own hands. You're going to break out because basically what you're going to do is, like I said, you're going to start to get a lot of all that stuff that's hiding up in your gut is going to start to come out. And you will see it kind of, as my skin is doing right now, it's going to come out. So I'm going to keep preparing my vegetables to run them through the juicer, and I'm going to talk about some other things that y'all can do to start to incorporating taking your health into your own hands and healing yourself naturally. So like we said, number 1, juicing. Number 2, I don't know if y'all are familiar with colonics. But a colonic or colonic therapy is where you go to like a holistic center, and they basically will, and it's a process, and you can Google it and YouTube it and stuff like that, and it's nothing to be afraid of. It's not nasty. You don't have to be fearful or anything like that, but it's something that would definitely save your life in the long run, for sure. But basically, it's where they run water through your colon to actually get your bowels to unlock and to move. So it's a little pricey. They range, depends on where you're going, from like $60 to like $90 per session. But they literally will, help you get a little tube up there that will run water inside of, your 25 something feet of intestines, and it will start to flush out a lot of that. A lot of people don't know that cancers and stuff like that, it originates with, locked up bowels and things like that, gallstones and tumors and fibroids. It's just a lot of fecal matter that gets really, really hard inside of your body, and it turns basically into different, toxins and ailments and whatnot. So you can be proactive instead of waiting to find out, oh my gosh, there was a lump, there was a cyst, there was a fibroid. You can be proactive and, start to eliminate all of those precursors, all of those things that provide the environment for those things to actually grow. So if you start early and, do this type of stuff, you can kind of not have to worry about that kind of thing later on down the line. So my number 2 with healing yourself naturally is colonics. So you can definitely look into that and find out more about that. If you're not familiar with the process, it's, just Google water colonics, hydrotherapy, whatnot. But something that's a lot less expensive than that is a good old-fashioned enema. You can get on Amazon and you can get an enema kit, and those range anywhere from like $12 to like $50, depending on the one that you actually choose. Sorry. But basically what you do is there will be like an enema bag. You fill it with water, and you can put like apple cider vinegar in it to kind of, flush through your colon. They have like these little tubes and stuff, and there's directions on how you do it and all of that. But you can do so many things. You can do coffee enemas, but you want to do organic only. You don't want to get the stuff that you get at the grocery store, because it's laced with pesticides and just everything else. You don't want to introduce that into your colon. So you always want to get 100% organic if you're going to do coffee, ground up fine. And again, you want to buy that too. They grind it up very, very finely so that, it can flow through the tubes really easily and go in and out really easily. So colonics and enemas, those, you kind of do those interchangeably. Now, some people, I have read and, watched people's blogs and stuff like that, as far as like removing gallstones and breaking up cysts and different things like that. It works. You have to stay at it. You have to stay consistent. And then after you get that fecal matter and stuff out of you, you have to build your body back up. So you want to be mindful of the foods that you're putting back in too. And that's going to be coming up on my third thing as far as healing yourself naturally, which is going to be nutrition, getting proper nutrition into you. But as far as like the enemas and whatnot goes, but yeah, like I said, go ahead and Google that. Find out a little bit more information. You don't want to buy the enema kits that are pre-filled already, because you don't know what type of solution is already in there, what type of manufacturing, like the center, the plant, what was actually exposed into those chemicals, because you're running that up into your colon. And anything that you put into your colon is going directly into your bloodstream. So you want to be mindful of that always. Excuse me, y'all. Control what you're putting in there when it comes to stuff like that. Okay, so after you have cleaned out all that stuff with your colonic or with your enema, the next thing you want to be mindful of, is what you're putting back into your body. You know, you want to get fruits into your body. I stay away from anything GMO, genetically modified, anything seedless, anything that has grown in real life, real time, for real, started with a seed. So anything that does not have a seed, I stay away from it because it was not grown, it was made, it was manufactured. You won't eat a tire, so why would you eat a seedless grape or seedless watermelon, something that was made? You want to get back to nature, get back to the real, something that's actually going to provide some nutrition back into your body. You want to get you some nice supplements, you know, vitamin C. You can find like a really good multivitamin. And you know what? I'm going to show y'all what I actually have too. These are really like this. I just started taking these, but it's something called Balanced Essentials. It has 94 vitamins and minerals, but it has some of everything in it. It's got amino acids, it's got omegas 369, yeah, the whole works. And then that's a really good vitamin. And then something like that's really good for your immune system. I'm really loving this too because it's got elderberry, echinacea, zinc, colloidal silver, and it's got vitamin C, D, E, and B6. Oh my God, like this is really potent, you know? So you want to get your vitamins, you want to get your nutrition, and you want to keep your immune system up as much as possible. So as far as like meats and junk food, I'm not going to say, oh, completely eliminate that, yada, yada, yada. Even though like right now I'm going through this transition where I'm really cutting out so much junk, basically, out of my diet. But you don't necessarily have to do that starting out. If you just want to give your system a jump start, you can do what they call the 80-20 rule. Okay, so 80% of the time you're eating healthier, you're being more mindful, you're cutting back on the bread, you're cutting back on the sugar, you're cutting back on the meat. Still have it, do it 20% of the time. Okay, you know, 6 days out the week, you're doing your smoothies. Like right now I'm doing a really nutritious smoothie in the morning. I do bananas, I add avocado, I add a pear, and then I have like this really good smoothie. It's called Nature's Sunshine, or it's by Nature's Sunshine, and it's Love and Peace is what it's called. It's delicious. Oh my God. Now excuse me, I'm a little hoarse. I'm the pickiest eater on the planet. My taste buds bougie as a mug, right? This smoothie is it's on point. I'm not even gonna lie. My naturopath that I work with, she introduced me to it, and it's really good. It'll actually keep you full like the first half of the day. Like I don't even have to get a lot. And I'm little, I'm petite, it's all outdoors. I've been like this my whole life. But I'm the type of person, I eat like an obese old man, like for real. So it's been actually working really good for me, and it's keeping me with like energy and stuff like that. So yeah, that's definitely something to consider. Another thing is water. I don't drink any tap water. I haven't drunk tap water even in high school. My mother never let us drink it. We always drink purified water, you know, some form of clean water, because even though the water companies, they filter, or, they claim they put the stuff in it to, combat this and that, whatever. You still get a lot of chlorine in you. You still get a lot of stuff in you that you don't need to be exposed to. So when we were growing up as, kids in my house, with my mom and stuff like that, she spent a whole lot of money on purified water, like just ridiculous. And now I'm in my 30s, I'm the exact same way. I spend money on water like it's a grocery bill. I need to go ahead and invest in like an alkaline water machine. If I was smart, I would go ahead and do that. So I don't have to keep spending all this money going to fill up these water bottles and stuff like that. But it's definitely worth the investment, because we're 75% water, or more really. Our bodies are made of water, so why would you not put the best source of water back into your body if your body is mostly water? It doesn't take a rocket science to, know that. Hold on, my food is going for the next time. But yeah, that's a really big thing that you really want to be mindful of too, is having some good, clean drinking water. Alkaline water is really, really good. It has a higher, it's like a pH of like 9.5, and it's really, really good for the body to remove different ailments and stuff like that. So I would definitely say go ahead and get that. I had to grab my garlic because I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. Now I usually, it's nighttime right now. I don't usually juice at night, but I did not juice today, so I'm feeling kind of like I want it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it and have my little vegetable juice. But yeah, for sure, kind of take the time to read up and invest into looking at your water sources, like Dasani and Deer Park and all that kind of stuff. I have watched dozens of videos where they have actually tested the water, and it was so much crap inside of it. This company is a really, really good company. Essentia, they have some really, really fresh, clean water. It's a little bit more pricier than your Aquafina and your Dasani and your fun brands. But if you're serious, about your health and whatnot, I would definitely look into something like that, or something that's alkaline. They have a lot of brands. It's getting more popular now because people are kind of really understanding the value and the importance of it. So even if you don't drink it like that every day, I would say go ahead and try to incorporate some of that alkaline water into your diet if you are, again, wanting to improve on your health naturally. I will also say to cut back on a lot of stuff that you're doing that, is basically harmful for you. Say, for like example, a lot of women don't even know, like, okay, so we get our monthly visits, and we're in pain and we're, cramping and uncomfortable and stuff like that. And a lot of us, from the times that we're like 9, 10, 11 years old, we're doing it, and then our parents, our mothers are giving us ibuprofen and Tylenol and all that, not knowing we are actually killing our livers. Like, we're literally shutting down our livers by just the common over-the-counter pain medication. So what I would suggest, just as something really simple that you can incorporate now, is to just cut back on the over-the-counter pain medications. And I have something, it's called turmeric. Turmeric is really good. Turmeric is a natural pain reliever. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. Now, you can get turmeric, like it grows just like ginger grows. Turmeric grows like a root, but they make it into a powder form, and you can take it. And it's, I don't know if it's stronger than ibuprofen or as strong as ibuprofen, but anytime that I'm in pain and I will go and, like, traditionally go for a Tylenol or go for an Advil, I take my turmeric powder and it knocks it out. It brings that inflammation down, and it actually alleviates a whole lot of pain in the body. So even just cutting back on the Tylenol and stuff like that, that's something that you can actually do to help your liver. And you need your liver because your liver filters out all of the toxins in your body. So if your liver is all jacked up, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of health issues to arise because that liver is too tired to filter out all that stuff. And I grabbed my little bottle, but it's turmeric. But the name that it goes by is called curcumin, and it's got some other stuff in it. I'm gonna put that real close so y'all can kind of look at that. But yeah, turmeric powder is really, really good. So that's something that you can be mindful of. So upping that water, cutting down on the pain medicines and things like that, reducing the sugar, reducing the meat. If your goal is to eventually come off the meat altogether, more power to you. And you know what? I gotta pat myself on the back too, because what is today? Today is Thursday. I think since last week Wednesday, I don't think I have had any meat since last week Thursday, and I actually have so much more energy. And it's really crazy because I get tired a lot. I get fatigued a lot. And so the thought, I'm like, okay, well, if I don't have my protein, if I don't have my, and I don't eat a whole lot of meat anyway, as y'all can see. But I eat like sausage, like turkey sausage, I eat turkey bacon. I love lamb chops. That is the meat that I eat. I don't eat a whole lot of meat anyway. I quit with the chicken because it used to give me a whole lot of headaches. I had to cut back on the chicken. I had to cut back on the beef and stuff. But basically the turkey sausage, the turkey bacon, maybe chicken sausage. I was able to handle that, and like lamb chops. But I had this thing in my head. It was like, if I stop eating it, I'm gonna be so tired. I'm gonna be so fatigued and stuff like that. But I've actually had more energy this week by not eating it. And I'm just like, I am just mind boggled. I'm baffled, like for real, because I'm loving how much actual energy I have. It's late at night right now. I'm doing this video and juicing late at night. But I'm not all hunched over and tired and oh my God, I worked all day and stuff like that. And after I got off, I ran a couple errands, took the kids to the park, went to 2 grocery stores. Now I'm juicing and cooking. I got a little Brussels sprouts going on because I want some nourishment, some real nourishment, and I'm making this video. So I am like attesting to my own self too, because I'm truly surprised. I'm like, wow, okay. I went a whole week without no meat and it wasn't like, it was pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? So gonna keep it up, see, what I feel like. I'm gonna kind of follow spirit and see what moves me and stuff like that. And, we're just gonna go from there. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But just to kind of recap. So, oh gosh, y'all, apologize. Okay, so juicing, very effective way of detoxing. And you can pick what you actually want to juice. But I like the celery because the celery is an excellent blood purifier. Carrots, it's good roughage and stuff, and it's good for like parasites, removing like a lot of people don't know that, but you got parasites. It's in the air, it's in the food, it's in the preservatives, one way, shape, or form. Even if they're not bothering you, they're not evident, apparent. We all got parasites environmentally. We deal with that, right? So the carrots, what I found is that it helps to actually move some of that stuff. It helps to get that out of your system. So that's just one thing that you can incorporate. So I have the celery, the carrots, the garlic. The garlic is a natural antibiotic. It's going to kill yeast. It's going to help with like blood sugars. It's going to help with an array of different things going on. It's going to help that immune system stay tip-top shape. You know what I mean? So carrots, garlic. I'm combining garlic and celery. Celery, carrots, garlic. I've got fresh ginger. If you can find fresh turmeric, more power to you, because that's gonna reduce so much inflammation. And the ginger is really, really good about that too. Like a lot of people don't know, when we get sick or we get hurt, the body natural defenses is to it inflames itself, so you want to remove that inflammation. That's where sickness and disease and everything else starts to grow. That's the environment for it. So if you can reduce and eliminate a lot of that, you've like catapulted your health tenfold at home in your kitchen with stuff that's in your refrigerator already. You know what I mean? So, and then I add an apple. Now the apple is the only fruit that you can safely mix with vegetables. Well, they say kale too, but that's another story. But apples for sure. Without it, the combination, gassing you up and messing up, stuff in your messing with the digestive juices, basically. So I'll throw an apple in there. So juicing is number 1. Number 2, the colonics and enemas. Do your research. And it's safe for men and women. Now, we have to be grown-ups because this is our health we're talking about. I have told my male friends in general growing up, my cousins, my male counterparts, whatever, about enemas. And basically the way enemas work is there's a big bag, you fill it with water, you hang it upside down, and you have your solution, whatever solution. You can incorporate herbs. Padiaco is an excellent herb that you can put in it. I'll do another video with different stuff, like just for enemas, but you can look into that too. You can do organic ground coffee enemas. But basically, once your solution is in the bag, you're going to hang your bag up, and it's going to be this tube, and at the end of the tube there's this little fixture that you do insert into your bottom area, and then you can kind of release a clamp, and it will let that water flow into you. And so basically, once that water gets inside of you, it's breaking up a lot of stuff that's going on in your intestines. And after, you know, you hold it as long as you can, then you go to the bathroom and, you know, you release it. Men, like I say, it's your health. You know, a lot of men associate, oh, you know, I ain't putting, you know, not threatening your manhood, not challenging, nothing like that at all. But this is basically just getting water up into you to move that matter out of you so that you can prolong your life, the quality of your life. You're still a man, still a masculine, and ain't nothing homo about it, you know? So I just want to kind of put that out there, because I have gotten that kickback when I'm having conversations to men about enemas. But you have to kind of, you know, come to the understanding this is a health thing, not a sex thing. You know what I mean? So just something to kind of keep in mind. But men, women, you know, children, when they're of age to understand how to work and maneuver, you know, the bags and stuff like that, phenomenal to get started with actually taking control over your health. Because if you let all of that stuff just stay backed up, like I said, it's gonna get compacted, and it's gonna turn into that fibroid. It's gonna turn into that tumor. It's gonna turn into those gallstones. It's gonna turn into that environment to where eventually that stuff is gonna be the catalyst to something else that's gonna keep a vicious cycle going to inevitably take you out, or inevitably, you know, have you run into, you know, having to be on this pill, that pill, this pill, that pill. When you think about it, our livers can't even process a lot of those chemicals, and you don't want chemicals in your body. You know, you want something that came from the earth. You know, you're not a chemical. You can't really break it down like that. And a lot of people don't realize, was it up to like 400,000 people died, you know, from side effects of just regular everyday medications and stuff like that. Like, I love y'all, you know, I love me, I love y'all. I don't want to see, you know, stuff like that happen. So it's very simple ways that we can kind of, you know, steer clear of that, and, you know, kind of take our own power back. You know what I mean? So we got the juicing, we've got the enemas and colonics, we got the upgraded water, which is alkaline water. Upgrade your water. You will spend money on your hair, you will spend money on your nails. Guys, you will spend money on your shoes. Ladies too. I like my kicks, I ain't gonna lie, I don't go crazy on them, but I would spend my money on my water before I go, you know, all the extra stuff, whatever there too. So diet and nutrition, building yourself back up. So like after you get all the stuff up out of your body, you want to build yourself back up too. So I'm going to do a whole nother video on just like the herbs and the nutritional supplements that you can kind of incorporate too. But to start, you know, zinc, vitamin C, try to find the purest form that you can find. Walmart and, you know, those synthetics, stay away from the synthetics. I would advise going to like a health food store. I would go to Good Nutrition, and I would try to find the clean, purest brand of any of the nutritional supplements that you're going to get and start to incorporate on a daily basis. Because again, we want to stay away from synthetics by any means necessary. Okay? So I do hope this video was of value to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and rinse off my vegetables and go ahead and put them through the juicer. It's going to be really loud, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video up now. Definitely comment if you like it. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed but you enjoyed this information, I would definitely appreciate and love if you would go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm new to YouTube, growing my channel, so I would love the love. I appreciate you taking the time. I do hope y'all have a good night.